5 minutes from this conversation.
Even Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, but those guys, you cannot forget about them. Even like 100 years from now, people will be making movies. They won't do it now about Jeffrey Dahmer because it's too close. But you will see someone making a movie about him down the road, just like they did with Ed Gein, and just like they did with Bundy.
Jack the
Even
Ripper.
Charles Manson finds his way into the news currently.
And
He's
that
still
coward
current news.
never killed anybody. He just
instigated.
He instigated someone to kill someone.
But he'll still work his way back into the current news.
There is no one of that statue that sticks out. This bomber kid, like, He
doesn't. He was doing pretty good when he was giving the finger to the closed circuit cameras. He was doing, but now he's gone the route, and they held onions. The lawyer held onions under his nose, but now he's doing the crying in court thing when he sees his relatives.
He's got a nun trying to save him from the death penalty.
Yeah, that's lame.
She's against the death penalty in the first place, but he's going to try to save. Just get it over with and gas the son of a bitch, will you?
Yeah. Now, Saniev, what he should have done if he wanted to even try to get into the Hall of Fame, is the Killer's Hall of Fame is just, here's the finger, I did it. I wish I could have killed about 1,000 more of you at the same time, and give me a chance and I'll do it again. And if there's reincarnation, if I can come back from heaven, I will do it again. Screw all of you. See, if he had said that, or if he had laughed at the victims in court or spit on them, see, that's what I would do. I've always, has there ever been a serial killer or, that actually, when they bring in that sentimental crap, when they bring in the victims' families, to face the killer?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to commit murder myself just to be in the position so I can spit at them?
Or just flip them off and be like, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think you can, though, because if you're in the court system, if you're known as someone that's going to be spitting, they're going to be putting mouth
they have
protection
that
over you.
special
That's
bag
true.
now.
So you have to
do that.
You have to be. Well, you have to behave and look repentant right up until you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to be on the spot.
And you only
ready
get
to do
one
that.
chance. So there'll only be one victim you really get to torture.
Because the minute you miss that guy over on the side with that taser, it's probably going to tase the crap out of you and then beat you up in the back. So.
And you'll be flopping like a fish on the floor.
That's true, but he could have done. Don't do the pitiful tears.
Don't try and be tough and bad, and then be whiny.
Well,
and
come to
mopey.
think of it, this idiot here, Sania, and I'm going to stop mentioning him because I'm giving him too much credit here by repeating his name.
Yeah.
Isn't he like a chicken shit? Isn't this guy supposed to be waiting to die so he can go join the virgins and the Muslims?
Yeah,
and
he should be like
Muhammad
excited.
Shouldn't he be
they
demanding?
Were successful to
Shouldn't
a point.
Shouldn't he be demanding to be put to death?
Yeah.
So he can go to his
to
reward.
be honored.
To be honored and go to his reward.
The way his brother.
Okay,
is.
so basically, it's not only the American citizenry that's turning into a bunch of lame asses these days. Now even our terrorists are going wimpy and soft on us.
They have no follow through.
No follow through. And I think maybe that's Chuckles. Maybe that's the big problem. The killers today, no follow through.
Yeah.
There's no story to keep you in suspense. It's not like the days, and I don't like being referred to this guy, but someone like Gacy, who is an average, everyday citizen,
right?
That the folks were shocked when they came to find out what he did. There's no one of that caliber anymore.
No, he really lived 2 lives and did it well.
And it's hard. With modern science to get away with what those guys did now.
Yeah,
you can't. I think that's one of the other reasons you cannot get away with what those gentlemen did.
Well,
30 years ago.
Well, I think if you were going to do it today, if you were going to do the Dahmer or Gacy thing, one of the things they did right then, and it probably would help them now, would be randomness.
Yeah, you cannot plan it out.
Can't be close to home.
That is one of the things that makes a serial killer. A serial killer is something that he can't help, and at any given time he could be the modern citizen that everybody loves, like Jeffrey Dahmer, as a genius, an A student. His parents went to church, and then boom, it happened. It just out of nowhere.
Well, speaking of that, the student, the only killer of recent memory that I thought might have had a shot at going down, into the honor roll, was the the kid that shot the kids in the elementary school.
Yeah.
What was his name? See, we already forgot. So that just goes
so
to
he
show.
can't.
That just goes to show he didn't get it done.
Well,
Yeah.
they could have
It was in
our
Connecticut, right?
the gentleman Craig Price maybe going down because he did that stuff as a child.
And if
so-
he can get out and go do it again.
Oh, he's already made comments that probably not the best thing to let him out, which is one of the reasons they don't let him
They
out.
keep denying
Right.
him
Yeah.
parole.
When even the killer himself says, "You better not let me out." That's
Yeah.
that's a
You know bad things will happen.
Yeah, and when you're smashing the fingers of guards to stay in there, it's probably
At least he
Yeah.
knows he's sick enough to not be out in general public.
yeah. But that's part of the problem too. Is to become legendary, you have to do it again and again and again before you're caught.
Yeah.
he did it twice,
That's-
right, Mr. Jones? Like twice, 2 families he butchered before he was caught, and no one thought he would have been doing that because he was the quiet little field mouse.
Right. Now, the reason I brought up that elementary school kid shooting, that guy there, was because he got off to a good start because he did the Norman Bates thing first, right? He shot his mother in the face. And the backstory is, we don't like to dwell too much on backstories in movies, but his backstory started out pretty decent because, first of all, he killed his mother while she was trying to get him committed, okay? At the same time, however, his mother kept an unlocked chest of loaded automatic rifles in the closet. Now, figure that one out. So right away we have the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Right here he is.
Yeah, I can't give him credit either for that because the guy also
pretty
he cowardly took out guns. I mean, how many good serial killers use guns as their tools?
Which brings us to another. Well, like I say, but I was just giving credit with this guy for the backstory. Like
Yeah.
I say, I'm saying he killed his mother with a rifle. My point is, though, you've got generations of insanity here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the mother actually interests me more than the son, I think. Now that I'm reviewing the story, the mother interests me.
Want to dig her up? We can do this.
Seance.
Yeah, there you go.
Seance, not digging.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You don't
not
want to
digging.
get dirty?
I don't mind getting dirty, but what are we going to do with her once she's dug up?
Necrophilia.
If we want to dig up anybody, I would have dug up my mother. It's Mother's Day.
I don't want to have necrophilia with your mother. That's just not right.
I think you just broke our producer, Mr. Tony Jones.
I mean, if I'm not willing to dig up my own mother for Mother's Day, I mean, come on. I'm not going to dig up this jerk's mother.
All right, well, credit where credit's due.
Yeah. But my point being that, ever since this story broke, that's what I've kind of concentrated on, my love of horror stories, is what kind of person was this guy's mother? She knows her son's insane. She's trying to get him committed to an insane asylum.
But she has guns
But
in the
she
house.
has guns in the house in an unlocked chest in
Lots of
the
ammo.
closet. In other words, perfectly accessible
To the crazy boy.
to the crazy boy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with the mother? You know what I'm saying? That has always
Was
fascinated
this
me.
like a trust exercise?
Yeah, it's really, yeah, I'll lean
Apparently
back.
he failed.
I'm going to lean back and somebody's going to catch me. Yeah, we're going to reconcile. But, no, Chuckles, you brought up a really good point, and I didn't think of that. But I think you just might have put your finger on it, proverbially speaking. The weapons of choice. Nowadays, it's always these damn guns. There is nothing personal about a gun. There is nothing stylish about a gun.
It's cowardly. Anybody can pull a trigger.
Yeah, it's cowardly, and there's nothing personal about
And
it.
you don't have to look at the person's face when you're doing it.
Right. And when you shoot somebody, they drop and that's it. Then the police come and, yeah. I mean, Jack the Ripper,
Straight edge.
yep.
Straight edge. Daggers. Poison.
Carved his victims into basic artistic statements. Yeah. You're right, the choice of weapon.
Even the Zodiac Killer. Accomplished. They know he was an accomplished American GI. Went around in broad daylight with boot daggers and knives and was taking people out.
Now, you think, I don't know, Chuckles, yes, these killers that, we admire most in common, has it always been knives? Because now I'm thinking.
Well, Gacy used a
weapon-wise.
hammer to crack the skulls and everything.
Okay.
And I believe Geen did use a shotgun to murder one of his victims.
Well, no, but that wasn't his MO.
That wasn't what made him stand out. A lot of it had to do with the digging up of his mother and the eating of the corpses out of the cemetery that made him stand out.
Yeah,
more
the
than
gun was
murders.
the gun was an afterthought.
Yeah,
that
the murder stuff was like, okay, you murdered 2 people, that's bad, but you're digging up people's bodies and you're eating them. That's
what made him. That's what gave him his place in history. Yeah.
I mean, if he had just done the gun stuff, probably not. He probably wouldn't. And the skinning of the face, the
dead skin mask. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
that's some kind of style right there.
And that's definitely, by the way, if you're a fan of the show, Texas Chainsaw Massacre sounds a lot better than Wisconsin Cheddar Massacre, because Ed Gein was not from Texas. He was from Wisconsin.
Well, Tobe Hooper never claimed that was that was a biography of Ed Gein. It just like Robert Bloch wrote Psycho, Alfred Hitchcock's movie. It was based on Ed Gein, but no, neither one of those claimed to be an accurate portrayal of it was inspired by.
Oh, he definitely gave him the ammo for that those movies. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. All right, let's take a break. Let's go back to the music for a second. While our producer's still trying to recover from, I think he hit the floor that time. I think that's the first time I've ever accomplished making him do that. Let's go back to the music with, let's do some Shadows Fall, The Taste of Fear, my favorite taste, here on the Haunted Cabaret on Rhode Island Free Radio.
Open myself to sweet destruction. Pray for your affection.